my name is Jessie Tibbs. I am a graduate student in the Be Smart Lab working with Dennis McCargue. Um, so I am currently on internship at the Oklahoma University Health Sciences Center, but I wanted to be a part of this. I love our lab. I love our program. I love any chance to try to talk about it to people who are interested. Um, I also thought it might be helpful for folks to hear a perspective from somebody who's on internship, so who's been pretty much all the way through the program and is now on internship. I'll try to be brief. I'm a little bit of a talker, so we'll see how quickly I can film this. So a little bit about me. I'm originally from Rapid City, South Dakota. I did undergrad out in San Diego, and then obviously ended up in Lincoln for grad school. So I came in to grad school knowing that I was interested in basically the neuropsychology of substance use disorders and kind of just the neurobiological and neurocognitive / psychological underpinnings of substance use. I've loved the opportunity to get to do a lot of different things in the program, which is part of what informed my decision to stay as long as I did. So I'm one of the kind of grad students in the program that have taken a while, which I actually don't regret at all. I came straight out of undergrad, so I had a lot that I wasn't sure about as far as what I wanted to end up doing. I had a broad interest in neuropsych and substance use, but I didn't know what I was going to want to do and what I wanted to focus my training in. And I came in thinking I would hate clinical work. Wasn't even quite sure I'd love clinical neuropsych. I was pretty convinced I would want to do only research, and that has not been the case. Not only do I love clinical neuropsychology, I love therapy too. So it's just been amazing to be in a program that's really flexible. You'll hear in our lab there's a range of how long people stay. Like Tim, for example, he's applying for internship in his 4th year, and I applied in my 6th year. So, some variety. And I think our program and our lab are very flexible in that as long as you are pursuing what you think are your goals, they want to really help you be successful. Okay, this is already getting long. So, placements I did, so I got to do some cool placements. So, first 2 years I was teaching undergrad classes. First year I was just a TA, but second year I was able to instruct, which was great. I love teaching, and I'm really happy I got that experience. That's one thing I really miss on internship, actually. 3rd year, I was at Madonna Rehabilitation Hospital, which is an acute rehabilitation hospital for individuals with traumatic brain injury, stroke, and spinal cord injury primarily. Some other stuff too in the mix, but primarily those things, which was amazing. Really cool inpatient and outpatient assessment experience. So, which actually isn't that common in grad school to get good inpatient assessment experience. So that was really awesome. 4th year, I was the assistant director of the PCC, which is our in-house clinic. It's not the university counseling clinic. It's a community clinic housed within our department, and that was a really cool placement to get some administrative experience, see what it's like, the ins and outs of running a clinic, and also seeing some more kind of advanced cases in the clinic. And kind of rounding out some of my training, so I was able to see some child cases, which I hadn't really done a lot of, being a pretty much adult-focused person. And then 5th year, returned to Madonna, so did a 2nd year there for neuropsych. For the guidelines, it's really, you try to get to full practicum in neuropsychology. So I returned and kind of did some more advanced stuff there. And then my final year is at probation, which I know other people have spoke about in this video, so I won't spend time with that. But I loved it. Really good placement. See a very diverse diverse in all meanings of that word, types of clients. So that was awesome. So how my interests have progressed over time. So again, like I mentioned, I've always been interested in kind of brain and substance use. And working in a rehabilitation facility, I was really seeing a lot of folks who were in the facility with injuries involving alcohol or substance use, or folks who had a very substantial alcohol or substance use history. And like a good evidence-based practice clinician went to the literature to see kind of what to expect, and found that we don't know a lot about TBI and alcohol specifically, and even less when it comes to TBI and other substances. So I basically have developed an interest in the overlap between neurological disorders and substance use disorders, and right now that's really focused in traumatic brain injury because that's the area I've worked the most. But it's what I'm really interested in clinically and research-wise. So my dissertation, which I am analyzing the data for now, looks at TBI history in college binge drinkers, and sees if there are any differences between those who have had a prior traumatic brain injury and those who have had not, and what their alcohol use looks like in college. And then further looking at if any aspects of neuropsychological functioning impact that relationship. So especially aspects of executive functioning, which is right where we would kind of think some relationship may be there. So that's what I'm working on now. I'm hoping to expand that work, dive more deeply into substance use and TBI, but also expand it to other neurological populations because it's a very under-researched area, but I think it's just because we haven't been looking for it. I'm convinced it exists, that it's prevalent. So that's a little bit about me. So yeah, I'm a neuropsych intern here at OUHSC, doing primarily adult stuff. I'm in a peds neuro rotation right now, but I'm pretty much an adult-focused person. And I think I just want to share and really emphasize that, and this is not unique to me, I hear this from every single person recently that I know of that has come out of our program, feels very prepared for internship. And even if you're someone who is primarily a research-focused person, a research-focused grad student, our program, you will come out a competent clinician. And that really shows in our internship match rates, as well as like just how happy people are with the internships they get. So I think that's important to know. Okay, I should probably talk a little bit about like living in Lincoln. I love Lincoln. I was not anticipating going into grad school in the Midwest, although I'm from the Midwest. I loved living in San Diego, despite how expensive it was to live there. I loved it, and really hoped to like stick around there or somewhere on the West Coast or somewhere in like a pretty big city. But then I interviewed here, well not here, but at UNL, and it completely just blew me away. I didn't interview anywhere else with such happy grad students, which now, and just like looking back, I can even like get like a little emotional thinking about like where other places I may have ended up, because UNL has incredible training, and at the same time really focuses on trying to have students have a work-life balance, and the faculty really do their best to try to model that. And I know that's not the case everywhere, and I don't think I knew how important that would be for me, but it was a game changer for me to be able to still be a person while in grad school. And don't get me wrong, grad school is really hard and it's really stressful and it's a lot of work, and you do kind of feel like you're always working, as far as like in your head, knowing like you're never really on break, even though like you might not be teaching classes or seeing clients over the holidays. and you're at a university that has like breaks, but in your mind you're always thinking like, oh, I could be working on this paper, or I could be thinking about this for my dissertation, or I could be working more on classwork, and that can be really hard. And I don't think you can really probably go to grad school and not experience that. But I think our program really, really tries to help us maintain a work-life balance. So I love our program. I love Lincoln. I probably would want to live there long term if my fiance was more open to that idea. I love Lincoln. It's a great place, good cost of living, pretty amazing food. I primarily eat plant-based, and there are a surprising amount of options in Lincoln. And like others have said, if there's stuff that Lincoln doesn't have, Omaha pretty much does. So the people there are so freaking nice. It's true. Coming from California, I was like really taken aback. Not that all Californians are rude or anything, but it's just Nebraska nice is a real thing. So that's about me. This is way too long, but I don't think I can make it any shorter. I'll put my information in the information area below, and anyone can reach out with questions. But I really hope, I'm sad you can't be in Lincoln to experience the interview weekend in person, but I know that we're working really hard to try to translate that to a virtual format. So I hope you strongly consider us. I think we are a gem of a program, and Nebraska isn't really bad. Like, I love it. So, good luck with everything, and yeah, stay safe, stay healthy, wear a mask.